Hello ravers, thank you for coming by Key Digital Compass Control booth number Q160. Sorry, I had to read my line card there. I want to show you the Key Digital Compass Control. You've all heard of this and you're probably flirting with the idea of getting in. If you are, we're going to sell you it really hard right now because it's super, super cool. Okay? This is the master controller for KD MC2500 is the model number here. And this is the master control for Compass Control. One thing that just attracts you to Compass Control is that it is a modern control system. It embraces IP communication, unlike the antiquated analog devices out there. It is 100% IP communication from your controllers, which are all iOS devices for Compass Control. They communicate to the MC2500 via IP, via your router in your system. So of course, you got a strong system, you're going to have a strong communication if you have a strong router in your system here. So the connectivity on this, as we zoom back in, okay? These are what we call the multifunction ports. They are 8 3.5 millimeters that could be not only configured as IR and bidirectional RS-232, but they can also be configured as sensors and triggers for voltage. So they're not just two-way multifunctions, there's potentially 4 different uses to them. You have 2 traditional relays with normally open or normally closed settings. And then you have your full 9-pin RS-232 connectivity, and you have your what we call serial IR, the main IR output. Now the main RS and the main IR are fixed to IR and RS-232 respectively. They're not multifunction. And your RJ45 there where you communicate with your router. Now you may be saying, hey, you said Compass Control embraces IP, Jonathan. Where's the rest of the RJ45 connectors for IP control of devices? Of course, that's a growing connectivity for control in today's installation types. And my answer to that is you can have as many IP devices in our system as necessary. As many as you need. We do not manage it or dictate it through the MC2500. You notice just that one communicates with your router. Everything else will be on the router as well. If you want a hardwire connection from your router, perfectly fine. As many as you need. If you want Wi-Fi, perfectly fine. As many as you need. Additionally, the iPads communicate not only with the master controller via IP, but the iPads communicate with each other via IP. When do they need to do that? When they're collecting bidirectional information from hardware that's connected, or perhaps even communicating one to the other so that there could be a variable that will be shared between the 2 iPads or multiple iPads, as many as you need on your network. And perhaps somebody controls a volume slider. It moves it to 75% for a certain zone. Well, shouldn't every iPad know about that? That zone 5, for example, is set to 75% volume level. And shouldn't it also be reflected with the graphical, a GUI update, where the slider moves along with it? Well, that's what happens with Compass Control. And it's all instantaneous because it is IP. So for more information, please go to www.keydigital.com. You're going to love Compass Control because every other commercial and residential integrator that has started working with this over the past 2 years and is continuing to really thrive with it now is absolutely in love with it as well. So please stop by the website, and thank you very much for visiting.